Hey everybody, how's it going? Picked up some titles a couple days ago, starting off with the Action Comics number 9. In this one, of course, introduces a new Superman from Earth 23, which he's the President of the United States, and also Superman. His name is Calvin Ellis. The storyline, the origin of him, is pretty much the same as the Superman that we know from our Earth 1, and the only difference is that the name Kal-El, the way it's spelled, it's together, other than being separated with the Superman from Earth 1. This one starts off with Superman fighting Lex Luthor and defeating him, and he goes on to find out, like, what's his plan. So he goes and sees this Brainiac Online box floating, and then next thing you see Lois, Clark, and Jimmy coming through this portal. And then, of course, Jimmy Olsen is burnt as barbecue, so he's dead. And so is Clark, but Lois is fine. And he's trying to tell Superman that, hey, you know what? we need to go. This thing is after us, and it's going to kill you. It has killed all the other Supermans. And, of course, Superman said, you know what? No, you're safe. You're okay. Don't worry. I will protect you. I will beat it. Don't worry. And she's just freaking out. No, it has beaten other Supermans. And, so what this thing is, Clark found this machine, or made this machine, which goes off on the imagination and the thoughts in your mind. But it needs 3 people. It needed 3 people, and the 2 that jumped on was Jimmy and Lois. So once the machine was working, they made a production of it, and it went public. So this thing was created. This robot-like Superman thing was created, and it came after them to beat. So Superman, of course, at the time was fighting Lex Luthor before Lois and everything happened. And when the creature comes through, of course, Superman and them go at it. But it took Lex Luthor's help. When he shoots him in the eye, and he takes one of his eyes out, the robot. And then finally Superman, of course, had the edge to go and beat him and send him back through a portal. So towards the end, of course, Superman, Clark is dead, but Superman said there's a rejuvenation machine in our lab. We can probably bring him back to life. And then towards the end, you can see that that touching moment between Superman and Lois Lane when they were introducing each other. The story was okay and the art was not good as the art I'm not used to. The art wasn't that good as the previous. I don't know. It just wasn't good to me the way it should have been. The story was okay. I think they could have done a better job introducing this Superman, other than using him in this storyline. I don't know. I just believe they could have done a better job of introducing such a powerful character like Superman. Could have just done a better job. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 685. In this one, of course, the search continues for the lab, and they run into the Rhino. And pretty much Rhino, being a powerful character and a force, is just giving him a hard time till Sable takes a bomb and just blows this whole thing up and almost kills Rhino. And towards the end, of course, Dr. Octavius sends the bombs and the missiles, and it takes this one entire town completely out. I've been enjoying the Amazing Spider-Man for the last... They've been collecting... I've collected probably 15 issues, and I've been enjoying all of those 15 issues so far. Next one, of course, is Earth 2. In this one, of course, the only superheroes that are alive is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Robin, of course, who is Batman's daughter. And in this one, pretty much the aliens, these creatures come and pretty much take over Earth and destroy every single superheroes and people besides these characters right here. The pretty much their plan is to send Batman is gonna go to this tower and infect this tower that is their power thing. So if the tower shuts down, all these creatures will pretty much just drop dead. Will shut down with them. But as he goes there, what happens is that it has a defense mechanism. So whatever, if anybody messes with it or whatever happens, it pretty much is gonna blow you up in pieces. So Batman, when he gets there, he finds out that, you know what, hey, I'm screwed. And then you see Wonder Woman being killed off by this character right here, as you can see. And then Superman is pretty much gone because he was worried about Wonder Woman. So Superman is pretty much gone. Wonder Woman is dead, and Batman pretty much blew up saving Earth. But there was nothing to save by the time it was done. So what happens is Robin and Supergirl get sucked in this portal, and I believe that's where they go to Earth 2. And towards the end, what I found was interesting is that this guy right here, this character who gets dumped by his girlfriend badly, could become the next Flash. It says next the Flash. So, you know, it says that the Earth is still in peril, danger. You know, the greatest evil still is there, and we need a hero. You know, it needs a hero. So it says next the Flash. My next title, of course, after that is World's Finest. In this one, pretty much Supergirl and Robin, of course, try to figure out what happened, how to go back. You know, they're now on Earth 2. I believe they're on Earth 2. Yeah. No, they lost Earth 2 now. So now they're trying to figure out like what happened. How do we go back? Supergirl, of course, gets a lab and figures out. And tries to figure out like what can we do to go back to where they once were. And of course the new costume is, of course, Robin becomes Huntress and Supergirl becomes Power Girl. It was a really good, I really liked the issue. I'm not a huge fan of Power Girl or Huntress. I just picked it up because I just wanted to, my comic book store told me, if you're gonna get Earth 2, get World's Finest. Because I have the old World Finest from the 60s, and I have those in my collection. So I thought I'd pick it up, you know, having those and listening to him. I liked it. I probably will pick up another 2 issues, and that's about it. Because I'm not a huge fan of, I mean, if something else happens and intrigues me, then I'll continue collecting it. I just want to know what happens with this whole storyline, if they figure out anything. If not, then I'm just going to drop this title, because, again, I'm not a huge fan of Power Girl or Huntress. Of course, my next one is Avengers vs. X-Men Round 3. In this issue, pretty much Cyclops and the team surrender to the Avengers, and of course Wolverine figures out that it's really not the X-Men, you know, it's just an illusion. They're not really there, you know. It just gave the X-Men time to get away, to start looking for hope, have a head start. So Wolverine's now pissed, like, you know, that he's still saying, you know, you can't stop Hope, you know, we need to kill her. And Captain America is like gun-ho on it. You know what? No, we can still save her. You know, we need to find a way, bring her, and keep her safe. We're not gonna kill her. We're gonna save her. We're gonna help her. And Wolverine's like, I've seen this power. Too many people have died. We need to kill her. So I guess as the Avengers were, and as Captain America separated the team, Wolverine kind of got offended because of the look that Captain America gave to one of the characters in his team. So Wolverine and Captain America talk like, what the hell, you know, and then still the thing continues with Hope, and Captain America said, you know what, you're just not listening to me, and just pretty much punches Wolverine, and then they go at it. And man, I have to say, Wolverine is a strong character when it comes to Captain America. I mean, he pretty much just beat the shit out of him, and by the time they were done, Captain America was just out of it, like hurt. But it took this Ant-Man, I mean, it took this character, I think Ant, to pretty much take Wolverine out and then kick him out of the airplane and send him out. The whole fight between Captain America and Wolverine, it was just weird. It just happened. They rushed it. I mean, they just dramatically rushed it. You know, why would you punch somebody over that? It's just, I mean, I don't know. But the issue was okay. Could have been much better, but it was okay. You know. So, my comic book pick of the week has to be Mind the Gap. It's $2.99. It has, I believe, 40 pages, I believe. Yeah, 40 pages. $2.99, really good price. I really enjoyed this book. I mean, I know that Image is known, they're #1, and they're known for their creations of certain titles and their miniseries, but man, this book was awesome. I mean, if you gotta give it a shot. You gotta read it and give it a shot, because it's pretty much starts off of this character right here who gets mugged in Bart downtown on 50th Street, I believe, and what happens is the cops rule it that she fell off the rail and hurt herself. But of course, there's more to it. And the most amazing thing about it is, see, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So, I mean, the timing of everything really matters. Let me just say this in this book. But as you guys are reading this book, read the last page. Once you get there, read this page right here. Okay, so right after this page, read this page right here. It's incredible the way they did all the timing and everything in this book, the way it happens. So pretty much what happens is everybody in this book is a suspect, and the suspect has already been shown, but it's the clues that are going to lead us to that suspect. Yeah, it's weird, but you got to read the book. It's amazing. The last page will explain you everything. It's brilliant the way this book is done. The art was nice. I really like the art. Story was awesome. Of course, so this girl gets beat up. There's more to the story than, of course, the beating up. You know, there's something behind it. She falls in a coma. She finds all these coma victims in this other dimension, and of course she sees herself, and only thing she remembered is that there was a fight going on Bart between her and somebody. So now she's trying to figure out who this person is that put her in a coma. Again, everybody's a suspect, and one of the doctors, Haman, I believe is his name. The brain activity, one of the doctors, Geller, she went to his office and looked at this girl's record and showed that the brain activity was fine. You know, it shows there's a minor injury. But the report that he wrote shows that it's low. Like, you know, the injury is severe, like big, and the activity is low, the brain activity. So, again, everybody's a suspect. The suspect is already in here, but we got to figure out who it is, and the clues will lead us to it. Is this brilliant the way story is done? So this is my comic book pick of the week, and yeah, so give it a shot. If you don't like it, please let me know. If you do like it, hey, send me an email or anything and just let me know how it was. But I promise you will enjoy it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and take care.